The lady over there had her hand up first.
Thank you so much, dear speakers. Should I stand?
Yes, you can. It's up to you.
Thank you so much, dear speakers. I'm Nupur Kohli. I'm a global shaper from the Amsterdam Hub. We are young people between the age of 18 and 30 from the World Economic Forum. I also work for the largest healthcare insurance company in the Netherlands. So my question to you is, looking at healthcare resilience, what do you think is the role of healthcare insurance in many countries where it's actually not available? And I feel it's a primary human right to also have healthcare insurance in many countries.
Is there a specific person that you'd like to answer the question, or is it open to the floor?
I would like Mr. Johansson and also their Chief Minister to answer those questions, how you view that. Thank you.
All right, can we
Okay,
take those two?
I think, happy to. I think traveling around the world like we are, we have people on the ground in more than 100 countries, and we are selling drugs into 200 countries. It's very good to see the development in many countries, India, China, etc., where reasonable healthcare programs are being put in place, and mainly as a government effort. How to best combine those between private and government efforts, I think, is up to each individual country. Depends a little on how it's going. But it's beginning, to your point there on human rights, I think it's beginning to be recognized in many countries that this is indeed something that we need to do and often needs government support. From an industry point of view, what we can do and will be doing is of course to be able to scale medicines. I think to your point on children here, there are beginning to be regulatory opportunities, even though markets might be small, to be able to get a good IP protection, etc. All of those are important elements, I think, of doing what you're doing. But it's encouraging to see the number of countries and large countries that are beginning to go down the road of reasonable healthcare.
Okay.
As she rightly pointed out, this is a major concern. In fact, to address this, the country as such had, under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister, had launched a program by name Ayushman Bharat. It's more or less a combination of, it's more like an insurance part where the state governments are also involved in settling the claims. The funds come from central government, but it deals with 1,000 procedures or so. That is not sufficient, it's inadequate. So in the state of Andhra Pradesh, we have widened that scope, and we have come up with our own insurance scheme. It's called YS Jagan scheme. I named it after my father because that's the kind of priority that I give to that scheme. So I just want it to be remembered, and I want to do a good job out of it. So what we have done is we've scaled the number of procedures to 2,446. From 1,000 what the central government supports, we increased that to 2,446 procedures. And practically we have distributed cards to 1.44 crore houses. And we've increased the limit for the eligibility of this card to income limit of 5 lakhs per annum. So anybody whose income is less than 5 lakhs per annum is eligible for this card. And 1.44 crores out of the total households of approximately 1.5 to 1.53 crores cards that we